Hello, hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jessica, if you haven't seen my face before. And today we are focusing on abs and lower body. So we are going to start with a bit of a warm-up. It'll be 10 reps per, just to get our body woken up and nice and warm. So we're going to start with dragonfly twists. We're going to come down to a very, very long lunge. Very wide lunge. Your back knee is up. Raise your right hand down. Your left hand is going to thread through that right hand and then reach up to the sky. We're going to do this 10 times to wake up our legs, wake up our arms, wake up our back. Two more. And now we are going to switch legs. So left foot back, right foot forward, left hand down, thread your right hand through, and reach up to the sky. Keep your core in nice and tight. Two more. From here, we are going to move into 10 push-ups. Your push-ups can be assisted, meaning your knees on the ground, or you can do push-ups unassisted. Whichever way you would like, go ahead and do your 10 push-ups. Now we're going to lower all the way down to our bellies. Hands out in front of you. Kick your left foot up to the sky. And stretch over and try to touch the floor on the opposite side. If you can't touch the floor, no worries. Just get as far as you can to give your low back a nice stretch and wake it up. We're going to do 10 per set. If you want a little more stretch, you can bring your arms out to a T. Get a little bit of an upper body stretch at the same time this way. Or you can keep lifted up on your forearms, whatever is comfortable for you. All right, this is 10. We are now going to flip over to our back and do 10 starfish. We'll be stretched out, arms long and feet long. Make sure you adjust your hips if you have a high arch, and make sure your low back is pressed into the mat. Our ribs are down, our core is in tight. We're going to take our left foot up and touch our left ankle with our right hand. Then we're going to alternate sides. When we do this, make sure you're getting your shoulder up off of the ground. Reset, shoulder up off of the ground. Core in nice and tight. Low back imprinted into the mat. Toes pointed for a nice stretch. Two more. And we are going to come up and do 10 static lunges per side. So with our static lunge, we are going to be regular distance apart with our legs. So when we lunge down, both of our knees are at a 90-degree angle. Make sure we're not going forward or backward. We're going straight down, and we're just going to keep bouncing up and down in this lunge 10 times. Last one, switch your feet. Again, 90 degrees, coming straight down. And we are nice and awake. Our first round is a circuit of 3 moves, 4 if you count both sides. The first is going to be bird dogs. So we're going to come into a tabletop position, hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. Suck your core in, really engage your abs here, and hollow out that back. We're going to move our weight into our right side and lift our left leg up. Now, your first modification is only using your legs. Your next modification is your left leg is up and your right arm is up. Here we're going to come in, come right back out. When we're doing this, make sure we're staying in a normal or a neutral spine. We're not going from here and going like this. We are keeping everything straight in line, and we are having our gaze about a foot in front of our mat. So our neck stays nice and in line. We're going to alternate sides each time. For those of you who might think this is easy, your modified option for a harder option is to come up into a bear plank and lift in a bear plank and come back down, lift in a bear plank. Whichever modification you want to do. We're going to do this 12 times on each side. Go ahead and everybody get in position, and we'll go ahead and get started. Alternating hands and feet each time. Once you've got your balance here, add the crunch in. Crunch in, extend out. Extend out, crunch in, extend out. This is 3. Keep this at a controlled speed. We don't want to go too fast. Make sure we're keeping our form in line. Keeping our core engaged. Squeezing our glute at the top. And pointing our toes. Two more. All right, our next are hollow holds, and we're gonna cross our legs like scissors. So lay all the way down. Let's see. There we go. Lay all the way down. Again, move your hips if needed to make sure your low back is imprinted into the ground. Our arms are going to come over our head, and it's very easy to let our ribs go with our arms. Make sure we're keeping our ribs down and engaging our core at the same time. So arms overhead, ribs down, core engaged. We're going to come up with a full body crunch, and then start kicking our legs over each other. Cross them over like sideways scissors. If you need to be up here to do this, no problem.
Be wherever you need to be for your low back to stay imprinted into the ground. We're gonna keep going. Core engaged, back imprinted, ribs down, slow and controlled. And bring it down. Take a couple breaths, hollow out. Make sure that back is imprinted into the ground. Hollow out, bring it up, and cross it over again. Again, if you need to be up here because your low back keeps coming off of the ground, no problem. If you want half of your body down and to go with your half of your body down, no problem. Whatever works for you. Go ahead and release that. You've got one more. Couple breaths. Adjust your hips if you need. Low back into the mat. Ribs down. Core engaged. Lift it up. Cross it over. And bring it down. Next, we are staying fully on the mat, but roll onto your side. Get your body in a complete straight line. Toes pointed, hips stacked. So it's easy to roll back to the flat part of your bum, but now our hips aren't stacked. So make sure we are up on the side of our hip. Hips stacked. You can have your hand bracing your neck. We are going to come up into an oblique hollow hold. So our whole side of our body is coming up. You should feel this right in your side abs, your obliques. And we are just going to hold here as long as we can. Keep that core engaged. Make sure you're breathing. Keep your feet together. A modification for this would be your bottom leg down, your top leg up, and reaching as far as you can and holding that reach. Our arm is there for support. Our arm is not there to do the work for us. All right, go ahead and release. Couple breaths. And we're gonna go again. Bring it up. Really squeeze those side abs. Try to get your ribs to touch your hips. Not going to, but pretend they're touching. Breathe through it. And release. Couple breaths. Make sure those hips stay stacked. And last one, bring it up. Again, your arm is there for support. It is not there to do the work for you. Really squeeze those abs. And bring it down. Switch sides. Straight line. Make sure we're not falling back onto that flat part of our butt. Sorry, there's a bug. All right, bring it up. Really squeeze that side. Again, your modification is your bottom leg down, top leg higher. Really reach with that top hand to that top leg. Naturally, one side's going to be a little harder than the other. Find that balance. Breathe and release. Couple breaths. And bring it up. Woo. And down. Last round, bring it up. Really squeeze those obliques. Try to get that rib to touch your hips. Breathe through the burn. Keep those legs up. 5 more breaths. And release. Back to our bird dogs. If you want to try to bring this up into bear plank and doing bear plank, go for it. I'm going to stick with the all right, so we're not coming up here. Neutral spine. Curl it in. Elbow to your knee. And bring it up. Switch sides. Squeeze your glute at the top. Core engaged. Protect that low back. Nice and slow and controlled. Toes pointed. Hands in a blade. You're halfway. Try to flex your whole body. Arms are active, leg is active, core is engaged. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale to come up, exhale to crunch in. One more on each side. All right, hollow holds with crossover legs. Arms up, ribs down, back imprinted, bring it up, and cross those feet. Keep that low back imprinted. Raise your feet up if you can't keep your back into the ground. And bring it down. Couple breaths. And up again. Arms are active here. Toes are pointed. And bring it down. Last breath. Reset your body. Bring it up. Keep that core engaged. Keep that back imprinted. And release it down. Come to your side. Hips stacked. Hand for support. Crunch it up. Breathe. Really put your energy into that side oblique. And take a rest. One more breath. And crunch it up. And release. Couple breaths, and then our last one on this round. Crunch it up. Legs active, arm active. Squeeze those obliques. Breathe through the burn. Keep that hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Swap your sides. Straight line, hips stacked, toes pointed, right arm bracing your head. Crunch it up. Keep that core nice and tight. Release. Couple breaths. And crunch it up. Whole body is active. Legs are squeezing together. Toes are pointed. Abs are in tight. And release. Couple breaths. Last one. Bring it up. Breathe through the burn. Keep that crunch. Active arm. 1, and release. Back up for your bird dogs, last round. No break in between. Left leg up, right arm up, toes pointed, arms in a blade or hands in a blade, core engaged. Crunch it in, bring it out. Neutral spine. Slow and controlled. You're halfway. Your whole body is active. Engage all the muscles in your arms, all the way up to your hands. All the muscles in your legs. It's like you're shooting energy to both sides of the room. Last one. And down for your hollow holds. Reset your hips, back imprinted, ribs down, arms up, legs up, cross it over. And bring it down. Couple breaths. Push that low back down. Bring it up. Cross it over. Again, if your low back keeps coming off the mat, bring your legs up a little higher or bring your low body down. Your upper body down. And release. Couple breaths. Last round. Set your body. Lift it up. Cross it over. Core engaged. Toes pointed. Arms active. Low back into the mat. And release. Bring it over. And push it back into child's pose. Bring it up to down dog. Nice little stretch for your body. And we got our first cardio round. All right, our first cardio round. Stand it up. 1 minute straight. All right, we are gonna do star jack. So you are going to be in a high squat. We're gonna jack out like this. 1 minute straight. Watch your breathing. 20 more seconds. Stay with me. I'm gonna wake those legs up. And done. Your first cardio minute is done. Grab some water and we will start our first low body circuit. Find your breath. All right. You have two options for this round. We're gonna do Skandasanas, alternating side to side. So the very low lunge. We're gonna go back and forth in that low lunge. Your first option, I'm out of breath. I hope you are too. Our first option is we're just gonna go side to side. This is your modification. Otherwise, we're gonna bring it all the way down and bring it out to the other side. Get your legs wide to make sure our knees are staying over our ankles. We're gonna go back and forth. Again, modification is up here, side to side. All right, 12 on each side. Whichever modification you want. Bring it down or bring it all the way down. You're halfway. Keep it nice and low. If you're modifying, make sure you're coming down nice and low each time. Make sure your legs are nice and wide so our knee stays over our ankle each time. All right, done with round one. Round two. We're gonna do a reverse lunge to a knee high. So standing down to a reverse lunge. This is so hard to do slow, so bear with my balance. Push it up into a knee high. With your knee high, make sure your foot is flexed. So low lunge, knee high. Low lunge, knee high. 12 per leg. Two more. Last one. Nice work. Switch your legs. Find your breath. Lunge it back. Bring it up. It might take you a minute to find balance on one side. No worries. $12 on each side. Grab a little water. If you're using your mat, start behind your mat. We're gonna squat back, stay in a low squat, pivot into the middle of your mat, and squat back. We're gonna pivot with this leg and bring it back. 1. Keep that low squat. You're halfway. If you need to come out, shake your legs out, no problem. Just bring it back in. Last one. Nice work. Shake your legs out. Find your breath. Grab some water. Back to our alternating low side lunges. All right, wide stance. Make sure we're coming to our side. We're wide enough that our knee stays over our ankle. Bring it up. Reverse lunge to high knee. If balance is an issue, just do your reverse lunge. You don't have to come up to a high knee. Find your stance, find your balance. Starting with our right leg back. Lunge it, knee. Last one. Find your balance. Bring it back to your lunge. Front toes, pointing to the front of the mat. Lunge it down, kick it up. Last one. Into our pivots. Shake those legs out. Find your breath. Couple deep breaths. All right, ready? Squat it down. Pivot up. Bet you're burning. Breathe to the burn. Last one. Nice work. Shake it out. Grab your water. One more round. All right, wide stance. Into our sides. Keep that butt down. And bring it up. Your shoes don't work that way. High lunge. Woo. Lunge into a high kick. Find your balance. Toes facing forward. Find your balance. Lunge it down. Kick it up. Last one. Find your balance. Switching sides. Find your breath. Lunge it back. Kick it up. Two more. Nice work. Find your breath. Grab some water. We're going right into cardio after this. Regular squat stance. Bring it down. Pivot in. Halfway. One more. Shake it out. One minute. Next cardio is diagonal chops. We're gonna put our weight onto our right leg. Arms up to the sky. We're going to bring our knee to our hands. Crunch it in. Keep that weight on the right side for 1 full minute. Go. Focus on your breathing. I know your breath is out of control. Keep your breathing as steady as you can. Ooh, my balance is off today. I'm sorry, guys. You're halfway. Keep it coming. Ten more seconds. And grab some water. Take a break. We'll find our breath before we get into our last circuit. Come down to the mat. Focus on your breathing. Deep breaths in. Deep exhale out. Let's find our breath. Bring our heart rate down for a minute. These high intensity sessions are great for calorie burning, great for fat burning, great for working up the sweat. You should be nice and sweaty. Keep those deep breaths going. Bring that heart rate back, because we're gonna pump it right back up again. Five more breaths. Keep working on your breath. I'll show you the next move. Next move, we're gonna be in a sumo squat or a goddess squat, whichever terminology you wanna use. Really find that breath. Just squat it down. We're gonna go right leg up, left leg up, both up. And keep going back and forth till we get 12. That was our first round. Find your breath. Get into your stance. All right, bring it down. Get down in your squat. Right, left, up. Right, left, up. Last one. And we're gonna shake it out. Next one. We're gonna be in a high lunge. Back knee straight. Front foot facing the front. We're gonna stay in this lunge position. This is really hard to do slow, so I'm gonna hold the counter so you can see. High lunge position. Bring our knee to touch our calf. High, low. Keep going back and forth. Knee to calf. All right, get on your lunge. We're gonna stay low, keep our leg bent the entire time. You're halfway. And reset. Opposite leg. Find your balance. Get into your lunge. Bring it in. Find one focal point to keep your balance. Get lower. One more. And bring it up. All right. If you're using your mat, this will be our plane to go in and out of. We're gonna squat down, right leg back, left leg back. Bring it up. Get low in your squat. Keep your balance even in your hips. Bring it down. One, up, two, up. Last one. Bring it up, shake it out. Grab some water. Find your breath. Sumo squat, calf raises. We want our feet to the diagonals of the room. Squat it down. Right leg, left leg, both. Control your breath. Get lower. Last one. Bring it up. Knee to calf. High lunge. Front toes facing forward. Find your balance. Find your focal point. Keep low. Keep that bend. Bring it in. Two more. Bring it up, reset. Right leg back. No, left leg back. Right leg forward. Front toes. Facing the front. Find your lunge. Find your balance. Sit low. Bring it in. Engage that core. Help your balance. Halfway. Get low. Woo. Bring it up. Find your breath. Get on the back side of your mat. Find your plane for our tap backs. Bring it down. Tap, tap. Bring it up. Keep that core in. Fight through the burn. Keep that butt down. Two more. Bring it up, shake it out. Grab some water. One more round. Your legs shaking yet? Last round. Then into cardio and our stretches. Then our optional meditation. Shake it out. Find your breath. Sumo squat. Wide stance. Feet diagonal. Bring it down. Calf, calf, double. Keep that core engaged. Two more. Get low. Bring it up. Shake it out. Find your breath. Find your high lunge. Find your balance. I wonder if it's these things throwing my balance off, having them in my ear. My balance is so off today. Okay. All right, find your lunge. Get low. Find your focal point. Bring it in. Last one. Switch sides. Find your lunge. Find your balance. Keep it low. Bring it in. Core engaged. Focus on your breath. Keep your form. Last one. Bring it up. All right, cat, note to self. Those mess with your balance. And onto the back of your mat. Find your breath. Bring it down. Tap it back. Halfway. Keep it low. Two more. Keep them low. Last one. Right into 1 minute of cardio. Last minute of cardio. Bring it up. Diagonal chops to the left. Balance on your left side. Bring it in. Oh yeah, my balance is much better without those things in my ears. Thanks for bearing with me there, guys. Halfway. Keep it strong till the end. I know you're burdened. I know you're out of breath. I know you're tired. Three, two, one, and you're done. All right, bring it down to the mat. Let's find our breath. Then we're gonna stretch and an optional meditation. I hope you're out of breath like I am. All right, let's get some deep breaths going. Breathe in. Push it out. Deep inhale in. Fill that chest all the way up. Push all the air out. If you have shoes on, you can come off at this point if you'd like. Find that breath. Let's stand it up. Feet, hips distance. Tuck your chin. Bring your shoulders up. Roll it down. Bend your knees. Let's just hang there for a minute. Grab your elbows. Ragdoll it out. Shake your neck side to side. Half lift up. Bring it down. Bring it up to the sky. Side bend to the right. Bring it up. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the sky. Catch your back bend. Exhale it down. Enjoy that hamstring stretch for a minute. Bend your knees if you need to. Then we're gonna walk it out to a plank. Bring it down. Stretch it up. Curl your toes. Down to down dog. Walk your legs out. Push the mat away with your shoulders. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Down dog. Few deep breaths here. Walk your hands back to your feet. Lean it forward. Bend those knees if you need to. All right, wide legs. Forward fold with your legs nice and wide. Walk it to the left. If you can touch your foot, go for it. If not, just get as far as you can. Feel that stretch. We're just gonna hold here for a couple breaths. Breathe into that hamstring. And back to center. Flip your hands around and walk your hands back. Hold here for a few breaths. Breathe into those hamstrings. Two more breaths. And walk it over to the right. Again, just as far as you can go. Feel that stretch. Breathe into your hamstring. Walk it back to center. And legs back together. Walk out to your down dog. Push that floor away. Raise your right leg up. Sweep it through and come down to your pigeon. Bring that right leg out as much as you can. And just find that stretch. If you're comfortable, bring it down to your forearms. Breathe into that right hamstring, that right hip, that right glute. Bring it all the way down. Head to the mat if you can. Take a few deep breaths. Just breathe here. Two more breaths. All right, bring it up. Let's give that back quad a stretch. Bring your foot up. Take your left hand and try to grab that left foot. And let's give that quad a nice stretch. Few deep breaths here. All right, release that back leg. Bend that back knee. We're gonna come back into a half split. Right leg straight in front of you, toes flexed, and lean it forward. Woo. I'm really feeling this one. Hopefully you guys are too. Lean as forward as far as you can. I'm not the most flexible person. It's as far as I get. Couple breaths. Last breath. And bring your leg around and to child's pose. One more breath. Tuck your toes, bring it back to down dog. Let's switch sides. Push that floor away. Left leg to the sky. And bring it through for pigeon on your left side. Walk your right foot back. Feel that stretch. Bring it down to your forearms if you're comfortable. Only go as far as your body lets you go. Down to the mat if you want. Quite a few breaths here. Really breathe into that hip. Five more breaths. One more breath. Let's give that quad a stretch. Bring it up. Bring that right foot towards you with your right hand. Give a nice stretch. Feel that right to the front of your hip flexors, right to the front of your quads. Your quads and your hamstrings got a lot of work today. We're really going to stretch them out. Just a few more breaths.
Breathe into that stretch. Last breath. Release that leg and push it back to your half split. Toes flexed. Ooh, this one hurts on both sides for me. Stretch it forward. Breathe. Couple more breaths here. All right, bring it down to a forward seat. Come to the middle of your mat. Stretch your feet out. Feet nice and flexed. Sit up nice and tall and pivot forward. Woo. Try to reach your feet if you can. Pretend you're trying to touch your chin to your toes. Really reach forward this way. Super technical. Just get as far as you can go. We're gonna do a 5-minute meditation. You can be seated, you can be lying down in Savasana, whatever you prefer. Oh. I have it on my earbuds. 1 second. All right. Into whatever position you are comfortable in.
Rest your hands gently on your knees or cup them softly in your lap. Relax your neck and shoulders. And as you become still, bring your attention to the breath. A calming breath. A soothing breath. A breath that connects the mind and body. Notice how it draws into your body and as it leaves your body. And now we'll begin scanning the body. So bring your attention to your head, feeling into your scalp, forehead, and face. You might notice tingling or tension, throbbing or soft vibrations. And if you don't notice anything, don't worry. All that matters is you experience whatever is there. And now lower your focus to the neck, letting the throat and sides and back of the neck soften. If you notice any tension, see if you can allow them to relax. Now bring your attention to the shoulders, noticing what's here. Whatever you observe is perfectly fine. attention to your arms and hands, observing any sensations that arise on the surface of the skin or deeper within. Inhale and exhale, softening this entire area. And now come to the chest and torso. Notice how the lungs expand and contract. Expand and contract. Draw your attention to your abdomen. Notice it filling up with air. And then on the exhale, slowly empty. Now scan your back and experience whatever's there. There's no right or wrong, but if you notice any intensity, try directing the breath into those areas to help them soften. Then bring your attention to your pelvis and hips. Notice where you make contact with your chin. And scan your legs, circling your attention gently around your thighs, knees, shins, and calves. And all the way into your feet and your toes. Now settle into the stillness that comes from paying attention to your body, part by part. And when you're ready, wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your attention back to the room and open your eyes. Enjoy this relaxed, peaceful state and take it with you into your day.
All right, roll it up to an easy seated position. You can move to your side first. Thank you all so much for joining me today. After these high intensity sessions, really make sure you're hydrating. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy at all, please go grab some chocolate, go grab some caffeine. Be easy and nice to your body. If you're with me live right now, it's going to be dinner time soon. Make sure you have a nice hearty protein-packed dinner to replenish your body from today's intense session. As usual, we have 3 sessions a week. Next is Saturday's full body high intensity session. That is completely interval high intensity training if you'd like to join us at 10 a.m. Pacific. We have Mondays, which is upper body and abs at 10 a.m. Pacific, and then Thursdays, like you just did, 4 p.m. Pacific live. If you're watching me on YouTube, please subscribe so you can see all of our new videos as they come up. Otherwise, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Give yourself a big applause, hug, wrap, whatever you want to do for spending time for yourself today. Have a great day.